Howdy, how y'all doing? Again, it's your girl Denise here with BraidersCourse.com, where we stop the cone cops from coming in your shop. Well, today, who we have in the back office is going to be California Department of Consumer Affairs, which would be like your Department of Commerce or your professional affairs for different licenses. Over here is the California. Welcome to California Board of Barbering and Cosmetology. As you can see, they say they've been licensing customers and regulating state barbering license since 1992. They have a total of 5,000 establishments and over 560,000 individual licenses, and they want to ensure the public health. But today we're going to come over here and talk about this new Hair Stylist license effective July 1st, 2023. And we're going to look at the questions and answers, as well as we're going to look at the new hairstyling exam they got to develop, and we're going to possibly look at what they're going to be talking about at the next board meeting. However, that is not my concern. My concern is why don't no public schools already have this hairstyling 600-hour course if it was mandated by uh, Congress and legislation to create. It's supposed to already be up by July 1st. Then we want to also ask questions as if you already been to school in California, say you dropped out at like 300 hours, or you want to transfer from being a nail tech into now this new program. How are they going to address that, what they are calling a crossover license? So say you are already in the cosmetology 1000 program, because you will find out when I get to looking into this that they have three levels now. They have a cosmetology degree, that's 1600 hours. They have a cosmetology certification, I think that's 1000 hours. Then they have another cosmetology achievement, that's this 600-hour course that they have created. However, they don't have any of the information up there. So let's get right into this. Let's click the button that they say look at. I already downloaded the file, but we're going to download it again to look at this. And we also going to look at the questions and answers that they have. Now, this is the new board hairstylist license questions and answers. It was a Senate bill that was required to be in place already by July 1st, 2023, where they just not putting the thing up. It was already required, so they violating the law right there. This is to prospective students that have a new hairstyling license will be allowed an individual to perform hairstyling, blow drying. They'll get curling irons, dressing the hair, but they can't do non-chemical services. Non-chemical straightening the hair, and any person using both electronic and non-electronic devices. Okay, so let's read this again. The new hairstylist license will allow an individual to perform hairstyling, arranging, blow drying, cleansing, curling, cutting, dressing, extending, shampooing, weaving, or non-chemically straightening the hair of any person while using both electronic and non-electronic devices. That means pressing the hair or using a hot pressing comb in the stove, right? So it's the same thing you could do right now as a hair braider. You get to do all this same stuff as a hair braider. As you can see, it did not include this razor, but on down the line, I think it does. Okay, so it says, what is required to receive this hairstyling license? You need 600 hours of hairstyling program that has been approved by the board in the private secondary education. Okay. Um, so then right here it says the application must be paid fee. You must be 17 years old with a 10th grade education and subject to denial. So the board get to deny you upon passing, and you have to have an examination. So whereas all these people from Institute of Justice, the Sister Lock Lady, Cherry, all these ones, Diane Bailey in New York, all of y'all that's advocating for this new hairstylist license, you will not be able to have this hairstylist license without being board approved, giving them some type of curriculum, and you gonna be subject to an examination. So you, all of y'all that don't have a license will have to go through school to be able to teach this course. So there's more information. So should I be a hairstylist or a cosmetologist? They asking you that question. So it says cosmetologist license to provide skincare, nails. So you'll get everything. In this, you won't be able to do permanent weaving, relaxing, coloring, and dyeing. All right. So if I have a hairstylist license and receive training or certification as an individual cosmetology service, can I provide cosmetology service? No, they already just explained to you. You cannot use any chemicals, so no, you cannot do that. Can I be a a hairstylist apprentice? No. So whereas these cosmetologists are able to use this in a salon and teach that 1,000 hour course to somebody where they can go in and get their cosmetologist license, they saying this won't not have a apprenticeship. No, you're gonna have to go to a school for 600 hours. Then it says here's your examination and application fees. You have to pay $50 because of the Senate bill to the business and professional code. The hairstylist application, you're going to be getting graded, the examination, and set an initial license fee not to exceed $50 also. So you're gonna pay an exam fee for $50, and you're gonna pay a license fee for $50. So that's $100 plus you already paid $600 hours in school. Because you're gonna quit working in your shop to go to school for 600 hours to get this certification. Where will I take my written exam? They telling you it's going to go through PSI. So for people that's coming from Minnesota, because they tried to create this license off the back of Minnesota for the hairstylist license in Minnesota that I told y'all about, there was a board approved license and everybody in that salon can't do it. So you're going to either be a hair braider or you're going to work with the state license. It's either intellectual property license or occupational property license. So right here it says, if you was licensed from another state, can I transfer in? If you are licensed as a hairstylist in another state, you can use that license to obtain a license in California in the same practice. You will need to submit an application for licensure by endorsement, that's reciprocity, and submit the fee. You would also need to request a certification of licensure from your state you are licensed and have it sent directly to the board. All right. Now they're not saying anything about you have to have the same amount of hours as they have. They just saying if you have a hairstylist license from another state, try to transfer it in, but it has to be a hairstylist license. It can't be a cosmetologist license. You want to transfer it in as a hairstylist license. That's not gonna happen. They still not saying nothing about are they taking in transfer hours or crossover hours from somewhere else. Okay, so if I completed a hairstylist program in another state, but I didn't receive a license, how can I become a licensed in California? If possible, you may want to obtain a license in the other state, which you completed the hairstylist license, and then submit an application for licensure by endorsement as explained above. Otherwise, the board will determine your eligibility in the cosmetology exam. You will need to submit both initial exam application and an out-of-state applicant school training form B by mail. Nothing is going in online. B must be submitted by the school attended. So you got to get the school to put that on there. You must sign and date and complete the Form B. The board will review your application Form B to determine if there is enough hours to qualify for the exam, or you will need to complete additional hours. Okay? The board will send you a deficiency letter if you need additional hours. You may complete the additional hours in your state or currently residing or at the board approved California school. See, board approved California school. A proof of training. They not even going with certifications anymore. They saying they want proof of training from the board approved California school or a second Form B must be submitted to the California once an additional hours are completed. After your application is approved, you can receive the PSI handbook and schedule a written exam at the time and location of your choice. If you pass the exam, you will be issued a license that day. Okay? Now, for all these big bad people that was hollering at the nappy wood, talking about they gonna make a school and they was gonna do this. Remember, this stuff supposed to be in her by July. So if you was gonna have a school, you could have had a school. Because right here it's telling you, how can my school offer this program? Schools that would like to offer this hairstyling program must have their curriculum approved by both the board and the Bureau of Private Post-Secondary Education. School must submit an application and add a course and a copy of the full curriculum, including a full hour breakdown, the grading method, the graduation method, the training method. Listed below are links to the application, and the minimum required for the curriculum must be included. So they're not even giving you a curriculum, they just giving you the minimum requirements. Here are those two PDFs here, and that's the end of the document. But let's look at the school, because everybody want a school, right? Everybody want them a school out here now. So let's look at what this school is saying. Right here, it's another PDF document. This is the application for the school to be approved by them. All right. So in it, you asking what school is it going to be? Is it going to be the hours down here? I guess it's going to be the hairstylist school, 600 hours. You got to have the school information, the address. You're going to need each of the requirements for certification required need to be met. So attach a full curriculum, right, with the breakdown of hours. List the language of instruction. Receive the intent to approve. So you have to go through the BPPE, which is another application. It's more money. It's up to like a 300, in between $300 to $3,000, depending on what you charging. All students required to possess to have these handbooks, so the school textbooks you're going to use. Right here, students are required to be taught this state laws for the Cosmetology Act, which they not even supposed to be in. They should be in the Natural Hair Act, but okay. Right here, all students required to have the health and safety courses. Right here for the Department of Labor laws. Then the last section, Section D, you have to certify, and if you're a married couple or registered as a domestic couple, both of y'all have to sign, all right? Your LLC and all your incorporated information goes there. Then you can submit this paper right here to the board for your curriculum to be approved, all right? Now let's go back over here. Let's get out of there. And let's look at the design needed for this cosmetology hair exam development. I already downloaded this. You can see I ain't just coming to y'all. I'm going over there looking at stuff that I already looked at. Now, right now, they are asking for exam development workshops. Remember now, this was supposed to be up by July of 2023. They are just not holding workshops on writing. Then the second one on writing, then on reviewing the remote information, and on how the students will pass the score. These are full-day workshops. Anybody could sign up for them. They really want, they said that they really would like people, licensees with less than 5 years of experience are especially needed to ensure that the licensure examination maintains an entry-level perspective. So this is for the entry level. These are the dates. I'm coming to you kind of late, but right now you can still sign up for October 24th and 25th or March 13th and 14th of 2023. You will be in the remote virtual viewing of it, and you will be into the score passing. These are for subject matter experts. So if you're a subject matter expert, which is so many of y'all on YouTube right now, California needs you, and they want to write the items for the hairstylist licensing exam, they will receive training and spend a significant amount of time writing and independent at a computer. These SMEs right here will work in a group and review the explanation questions, and these SMEs will determine the passing score for the versions of these questions, right? So these are what's required for you to participate. You need to hold a cosmetology license already or a barber license already. Currently provide her services in California in a licensed establishment. So these all are coming up with licensed establishment. Not received a violation with the board in 5 years, or not currently a school instructor or owner, and agree to comply with the applicable health, safety, and sanitation requirements of the state agency Pacific Health qualifications requirements. This is what you'll be compensation. The board provides $100 per workshop. Okay. The SME attending in person workshops will be reimbursed for their food, and any other reimbursements in the state. So it's like probably gas and stuff like that. And then if you're interested, you need to contact Allison Lee about this SME. All right. Now, also, I did want to show y'all that this course is not up at any school right now. So right now you really can't just you can't enroll in a course. But I also want to show you the application just so you will know what the application looks like in order to apply to be examinations and for the initial application for the hairstylist certification. So here is the application. Let's go over it. Open up application. Yeah, we're here for it all today. All right, so this is the California hairstylist application. You need to pay $50. It's non-refundable. All right. Up here is where you will put your information. If you are discharged as a vet, if you're married, or if you intended United States refugee, you get to get your application expedited in the process. Okay. Right here, you put down if you qualify for examination, if you're a California student or previously licensed. Again, you need a social security number or individual taxpayer ID for these hair braiding certifications. All right. Now, with this one, you can put your birth date, your last name, your first name, your address, the city, the telephone number. Have you completed the 10th grade or not, which is a requirement. You have to be and completed the 10th grade. Then which language you want to speak. Then right here, this is your background information. You tell them if you are in violation in the United States or in any other foreign country. If yes, you need to write a disclosure statement regarding the criminal pleas. Have you held a professional vocational license? You check that off, yes or no. Do you hold a license from the California board? What kind it is, real estate, whatever it is, yes or no. Are you admitted into the United States refugee? Yes or no. Have you served in the military? Yes or no. Are you a spouse or a registered domestic after of the military? Yes or no. Then on to page 2, section C, your qualifications. You write down what school you attended and completed. You need to submit there, that is, that proof of training on the document right there, proof of training. They're not really asking for certificates. A previous hair license if it was canceled. Then you go to section D, your examination information is the English, Vietnamese, whatever, specified Chinese, whichever one. Do you need an interpreter accommodations? You put that down. Do you need reasonable accommodations? You could put that down as well. Then the applicant certification, know your workers' rights. So you put that down the year you read the workers' rights thing. You are a worker, you're an employee, you know the law. And then this is for the information that they're going to disclose, that they're going to collect for the agency, the type of person that will be collecting this information and have it that you can send it to. And that's the last page. So as you can see, you can use a TIN now or a social security number now to become a hairstylist in the state of California. But you will need to attend a board approved school in order to do it.